So we are here with pretty much now the final SBCs that you have in FC24. We have finally got Mr. Mbappe. It's what? You've got 10 days, 11 days give or take for the Ultimate Team Edition to FC25. So you've got that much time to get him done and have that final go with him if you are still playing FC24. Now, I can imagine a lot of people are pretty much either done, they've maybe packed everybody they want, they've given the last few games, and now it's kind of just that week break until we get into the game, and it is very, very close. But we have got some lovely SBCs. They finished off very, very strong. I am surprised that they haven't given us a 99 Saka, a Bellingham, an Mbappe, a Maldini. I'm very surprised that they haven't had that final version. They kind of got them throughout the festival of football. Now, I've kind of gone into some ranks. I've gone GOAT SBCs for some of the absolute all-times, some solid, some club collection, and just cards that, to be honest, are more packable than worth doing the SBC. Now, that's definitely going to only be a couple, if anything, a handful of them, because we have got a few that are at least better off to try and pack rather than SBC, because some of them are still expensive, or at least have got a lot of SBCs to grind through. Now, if you're not familiar with how you grind this game, I'm very surprised, but you obviously have got the 85 times 10 that is completely repeatable. It's been now repeatable for at least over a week now, where you can literally just go and run through it every single time. So that is just the easiest method. Keep putting stuff in that, duplicates, then go into the amount of SBCs that we've got. Now, the good thing is, when we look at someone like a Messi, even though they are very high-rated SBCs, you've only got 6 of them to do, which most definitely is one worth having a look at an absolute minimum, because when you look at the likes of some of the icons that came earlier, for instance, somebody like Amir Ham, even though she is pretty much the same sort of card, she has a lot more SBCs, and they are all 93 rated. I like that they've kind of not dumbed it down, but they've made it so much shorter to be able to get a lot of these players done. Even when we look at someone like an Mbappe, I believe he's got, I think, 15 or 16, I think it is, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 SBCs to do. The one and the lowest is 90, and the highest will obviously be a 94, which you've got a few of them. You've got 6 94s, which, to be honest, at this point in the game, is still very, very easy to do. So it's nice that they've really gone and lowered them requirements for these sort of cards, because let's be real, Mbappe is definitely a player that everybody wants. We got CR7, we've got the likes of a 99 De Ligt, we've got the 98 Saka, even though you have got Hansen as well as 99, plus all of the icons we're going to quickly run through. Now, if we are looking at what's kind of packable here, I think Maldini is definitely first on that list. Very good card, and you might have already got him done by now because he's been out for a considerable amount of time. I think he personally is a lot more packable than anybody else. Surprisingly, I would also go with Vieira. He's one of the ones out of everybody that we have got, the likes of Ronaldo, Mbappe, Messi, Hullet, who else we got there? Saka as well, to be honest. I think Saka could be quite packable, but he has been packed 3 or 4 times by myself in the matter of like 2 days, compared to never getting a Cruyff, never getting a Ronaldo, never getting Mbappe, never getting an R9. So for me, he would actually be relatively packable. I wouldn't bother necessarily with the SBC, and that's not necessarily going to save you kind of just coins, because it's just going to save you time more than anything. He's only coming in at 136,000, so if he is last on your list and you need to get him done, you've managed to not pack him, then at least he is one of the easier ones to complete. I would also then probably say Saka is going to be quite packable in comparison to the big boys, to the 99s we've got in here. Like we said, the Mbappe is going to be the number one that's going to be insanely hard to pack. He is definitely one of the GOAT SBCs, and I think we could definitely put 99 Messi and 99 Ronaldo next to him as well. They are the SBCs everybody wanted. I'm still waiting for a Neymar. I'm surprised he hasn't come out yet, seeing as though he was one of the first 99s we got from Footies, but I can imagine that is still to come. They're holding their kind of eggs in their basket. I don't feel like they will do a Bellingham SBC. I think Neymar's definitely going to be up there. If we look through some of the 90... What on earth is going on here? Oh, it's the rolls. Okay. So if we look, they've given us an objective for DePaul. Pretty sure they did that for Enzo, and I know he was originally a lovely objective. Virgil, Why is he extinct? Is he actually extinct? Wow. Why is he actually extinct? If you're looking for FC25 coins, Loot Bar have started their first subscription service. You can go onto their website and subscribe for FC25 coins, and with this you'll be sent an email that gives you an extra 5% off on your very first order. This is in addition to the 8% off coupon that is available on your one order to start with. Then from there, you have got Loot Bar being one of the cheapest in FC24 and then continuing to be one of the cheapest on the market for FC25. So with all that said and done, subscribe to Loot Bar now and enjoy 5% off discount when we get into FC25. I don't know. Let me know. I don't know why he's fully extinct. That makes no sense to me. But regardless, I'm surprised he's not got one yet. Haaland was obviously an objective for the season pass. Putellas could be one, to be honest. Then we're looking at Frimpong. He was quite packable, to be fair, but he could be one. Sammy Kerr is quite packable. Sauer could be. Alex Morgan, I swear. She was in a loan for the Daily Completionist, same as Salah, so I can imagine we won't get one there. David Beckham could come under one. Swanson, not really. She was an objective. Lucio could be one. Son could be one. Then we've obviously got Lama already. De Ligt's already one. Alvarez is an SBC already, so I suppose, is he already gone then? Oh, he has expired as 99, of course he has. So there is quite a few 99s that are still available to get. I think in total we have about 27 99s, and I know they are now really focusing on a lot of the evolutions. So that's going to be the big push for a lot of them. When you look at the popular evolutions now, 99s across the board. You've got them in multiple positions now, left back, right back, cam, centre back. There's so many 99s that really, these SBCs are just now, like we said, club collection more than anything. And you're going to be kind of looking at these sort of cards that are going to be more your club collection, more so than anything. And even like the likes of Future now is not necessarily going to be in the team. Most of these kind of will be that SBC that you did. It's a nice one, but it's not necessarily going to go crazy in your team. If we look, Bobby Moore was actually surprisingly very good. Rio Baggio now, I'd probably still put him in solid. Abile would go there, which leads us to kind of that solid crew and also the GOAT SBCs. Now, it depends on what you kind of consider GOAT. I think for me, when I'm looking at like the likes of the best SBCs, I would be looking more so a player that is one of the best, if not the best in their position. For instance, a Hullet. We've already got an Mbappe there, Messi, CR7. You'd be looking at the likes of Cruyff. I think he would arguably, and I know a lot of them are in the attacking role, as well as Ronaldo. We're going to throw him in there also, and also Pele. These are the SBCs that everybody was waiting for since the very start of footage, because we know they do it every year. Now, he was kind of probably expecting a 99 R9, maybe a Hullet, and I know they came out not so long ago. They obviously all come out during the Festival of Football, so it was kind of that question of, would they just go with like a 99 David Beckham or a 99 Eusebio, a 98 Eto'o, rather than just giving them the one upgrade? And some of them it makes sense. For instance, an Mbappe getting into a 5-5 would have been really nice, but I'm assuming they just either ran out of time or just didn't want to do it and waste a space for somebody else. For instance, being able to get a 99 Putellas, 99 David Beckham, a Pedri. There's so many cards there that really hit that next level and probably didn't expect them to be honest. Sauer, I didn't expect to be 99, and it's the first year that we have had males and females in the same game. So there's not only the fact that they've got to watch how many 99s they do, but they've either got to give a comparison. So like if they're doing a ratio of, they've got to have 4 99 men to 2 99 women, or 4 and 4. It's kind of that deal where they have to make sure that it matches together. They've got to get that right. It's the same with like a market manipulation. You can't just give out so many top end cards for then the market to just flood and drop. It's algorithms and everything when it comes to actually giving the top rated players 99s, because that's all they'll go for. If they gave us a 99 Mbappe on, say, the first weekend of footies, you would, if you got him, that's it. You have got no more hope then for another striker. He would be that number one and nobody would ever push him off, so you just wouldn't get excited for it. If we're looking at the rest of them, I think then we're looking at Baggio. I'd say solid. Butra is obviously up there. California, I do like the new kind of footies has become that new transfer target. Instead of moments this year, they just went straight into the footies, and some of them even prior to that. Mbappe managing to get the Real Madrid as the team of the tournament. We see then the likes of Wan-Bissaka as obviously a West Ham player. A decent right back, I must admit. He was one of the ones I thought could have been up there as one of the better right backs in the entire game, which is just crazy to see. You obviously have got the likes of Eusebio and Mia Hamm both getting their 99s, which is absolutely insane. We see Eto'o. Now, I absolutely love Eto'o in this game. It was a shame he just did not get any love. Literally, he has had 2 cards. The very base card and this card. They just swapped his overall around. I am very surprised that they didn't give him anything on the lead up, but he is definitely up there with one of the better strikers in the game. Unfortunately, though, he isn't going to go up against these. Like, any of these cards would absolutely trump any SBC at the moment. Yaya Toure, surprisingly, very, very good, but I thought he would have been a lot better this year. He was incredible last year, and most definitely there's still a lot of wiggle room for him to be in. I just don't think he's had that same factor. Now, he did get the best playstyle pluses he could possibly get in a CDM. I think for me that there's very few that would get better. Obviously having the anticipate for the defensive duties mixed in with the intercept, bruiser for the strength, and then an incisive pass for his passing. I mean, there's very little else that you could do with that card other than be an absolute beast at a 99. But it is one of them things. Ginola are very much the same as well, to be fair, this year. Very good card, don't get me wrong. If you got him, he's incredible. But I kind of expected him to be used more and on the build-up to this game. Now, obviously, the start of the game, he was definitely in the minds of everybody. The base version was very expensive. We got into the triple threat, which was nice, but realistically, it weren't that much of an upgrade. Galazzo, it was a little bit later on, was very nice, and I think he was one that was very popular going into it, but then the 98 really shook up everything and was a very, very good SBC to get done as soon as possible. Now, obviously, Rolfo, for just her status this year, has to go in the GOAT status. She is just incredible. For her overalls, from the very start of the game, she was an absolute immense card. You just look at the base version of her at an 87 gold, Trickster Plus, everything in a very good array there. We then obviously got the 93. She got the max upgrade for an SBC, which was just impeccable in itself. 93 or 91 in fact, without a shadow. 91, which goes up to a 95. So we're looking at a minimum of a 94 rated card across every single position, which is just nuts. Now, they did miss a trick of not giving her a 99 in everything here. I think again people are looking more for the anchor. We get 97 in the CDM or centre back. It would have been really nice to have an overall of 99 everywhere, but it is just a bit unfortunate. But still, a very, very GOAT-worthy SBC there. Obviously, Rio Ferdinand. In terms of centre-backs, I think he's going to be one of the better ones you're going to get. There is very few centre-backs that we got, other than the likes of Maldini, who, again, is very packable. He's one that I thought could have got an upgrade. Being 96, I know he's very good regardless, but having pinged pass, intercept, wasn't necessarily my sort of thing with him, and not getting that anticipate upgrade, I really thought could have done it that next level service. Even if they gave him a 98, I think for me, he could be one of the ones. Like, I get Vieira, I get Hullet, Cruyff and R9. They are already incredible, whereas Maldini wasn't the best centre-back when this card came out. So not taking him up that one next level, I think is a little bit of a miss in my opinion. Hansen, incredible this year. Her team of the year was just unbelievable. The gold card was still very expensive, even from a couple of months in as well. Then we have kind of got the final few here. We've obviously got Kaka, is a very, very solid card. I think, to be honest, as a first icon footies, was very much setting the tone to it, and it just absolutely came through. Bobby Moore, very, very good. Llama's one of the first 99 SBCs that came out as well. I liked him as well in terms of pricing. Raul this year has been absolutely amazing. Hopefully he has the exact same kind of projection for FC25, which, to be honest, I can imagine it's going to be very similar. I don't see them not going this sort of way. Van Persie, to be honest, probably could go in the club collection. I do think if he had maybe a finesse shot rather than, say, the technical, he could have definitely been in the solid. But I do think, for me, when he came out, he was already kind of past it. You already had a left wing that was 10 times better. And to be honest, Rivaldo's got to go in that top category as well. So that is every SBC. The only ones I can really see now coming out that would be worth mentioning would be the likes of Neymar. Everybody else, to be honest, is pretty much already out. So let me know, have you finished many of these SBCs? Have you got many left? Are you still grinding the game? And hopefully we get some more FC25 news coming very soon, and we'll get our hands on the game in about 10 days. Peace.